Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Gusto Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for month of Hidden Arsenal. I've been wanting to do an update to this deck, and I thought perfect timing with month of Hidden Arsenal being a thing. It's one of my favorite decks of the Hidden Arsenal lineup. I think a lot of my favorite decks actually came from the second part of the Dual Terminal story, because that's where Gishkis, Lavals, Gustos, and all those cool guys are. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. Now, the one thing I changed up with this deck, I'm going very oriented on the playstyle and combos of all the Gusto monsters in the deck. So all the cards really do contribute to setting up your playstyle. So I run 3 Winda, Priestess of Gusto. Winda, Guldo, and Agal all have destruction special summon effects, which help you just float into different monsters, so you always have something on the field to use for either Synchro Summon, Exceed Summon, or any other type of summon that you want to do on your turn. When this card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Gusto Tuner from your deck. So Guldo helps to grab Winda helps to either grab Guldo or Agal. And when Guldo is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower Gusto monster from your deck. So with this one, you can grab Agal or Gusto. And then with Agal, when it is destroyed, it lets you, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 non-tuner level 4 lower Gusto monster from your deck. So Agal can grab Winda, so just remember you have a pretty good loop going on with these monsters, so make the most out of all of them, because the more you have in your graveyard, the more different moves you can do with the other cards we run in our deck. One of them being Pilica, Descendant of Gusto. I run 3 of her as well. She is just so good in the deck. When she's normal or special summon, you can target 1 Wind Tuner from your graveyard, special summon that target face up in defense. Its effects are negated. If you activate this effect, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters. You can only use this effect of Pilica once per turn. Grab either Guldo or Agal for some synchro plays. You can even overlay for an Xyz play with Guldo with this card. I can't wait until we get the wind version, Mrs. Radiant or Miss Starboy, for the deck, for requiring 2 wind monsters, because it'll just make the deck so much better. Being able to make that with this card and just give you more options for extra deck monsters on the field with that wind boost from that card. I can't honestly tell you enough how excited I am for when we get that card for this deck. And I also run 2 Kamui, Hope of Gusto. This is a flip effect. You flip and special summon 1 Gusto Tuner monster from your deck. With this card, it just helps to speed up your summonings, like I said before. Easy, go off of your own plays, or if your opponent baits in and flips into this card, you still get that special summon. But it's also one of those cards where if your opponent doesn't attack into your monster because they're expecting, a destruction play and they just want to hold off on that, you can bait them out, get your summon off on your turn because they didn't expect the flip summon. And also 2 Cam, Serenity of Gusto. With her, you can return 2 Gusto monsters from your graveyard to the deck to draw a card. So she's recycle power, and also she can help put back your extra deck monsters as well for that draw power if you want to reuse some of those Gusto monsters too. And I also run the Speedroid engine, 1 Speedroid Terratop, 1 Tri-Eyed Dice, 1 Tekken Tomborg, and 1 Red-Eyed Dice. These cards all together just really help with different synchro situations for wind monsters that would come in handy a lot with the deck. Now with these, obviously you want to open up with the Terratop. That's your main line of consistency with the deck. But other than that, if you open up with like the Tri-Eyed Dice, you still have that tuner to work with. Same with the Red-Eyed Dice. It's all just going off of the luck, but the engine does really come in handy because you can go into the Terratop, special the Tekken Tomborg, tribute the Tomborg for one of the tuners, and then you don't have to worry about any of the other Speedroids because you basically searched out a good majority of them with the deck and you have your summon right there to go for. It just helps to get out some powerful monsters with the deck, and it's not really limited by the wind plays with this deck. If anything, it helps it a lot. And also one Blackwing Gofu, the Vague Shadow. Just once again, good Link summon, gets out that free Decode Talker, which the deck honestly needs for speed. Like I said, getting that Link Spider and Proxy Dragon, Decode Talker spaces, and still having your summon for your Gusto monsters to do plays. And I'm also running the Kaiju engine. I run the Kamungus, the Thunder King, Lightning Strike Kaiju, and Gamma Seal. These all help mostly because of the freeze play, which allows you to attack into your opponent's monsters, and then they take any damage that you would take. So if you give them your big Kaiju monster and swing into it, you'll get your destruction effects for your Gustos and your special summon plays. So the big thing is your opponent's going to want to keep them in defense most of the time, because then your monsters won't be destroyed and they'll just have that one swing monster to worry about. But if you tribute their monster and give them the Kaiju in attack mode, you can then swing with your lower Gusto monsters with freeze on the field, destroy it, go into another one, and then keep on popping and hopefully hit them for game with all that damage they'll be taking. And that is it for the monsters. Pretty heavy monster lineup, but it all really runs well together, so nothing wrong with that. For the spells, we'll move right on to those. I run one Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, just that Dark Hole power with this, and the Kaiju monsters run the deck. Way too good not to run with that engine. And also one Mind Control, grab your opponent's monsters for resources for synchro plays if need be. It also works very well with the two creature swaps that I run. Now with this, you have to remember that you can give your opponent Guldo and a Gull, and you'll get the special summon effect from this card to your side of the field since it went to your graveyard. It won't work with Winda because she has to be attacked by your opponent's monster, but if you swap them one of these, you'll get that monster to their side of the field for you to use, and they'll have to give up one of their possibly stronger monsters to use. Or you can, like I said, go with the Mind Control combo, get their monster, take your Gull back, and still have Gusto plays to go into. And also one Miracle Synchro Fusion. Now I ran this card at 2 for the longest time, and I found that the second one was just such a dead draw because I would draw it when I not need it. That one helps because most of the time I do have the Psychic monster, that's a Synchro, in the graveyard to use for the play, and I can go for Ultimate Axon Kicker with that, which is a heavy, great, easy monster to make with this and just the other requirements for the fusion. Plus that one card set for the destruction and draw is pretty good, but like I said, having 2 of it really, really slows me down. I just want that one card option to have, and then if I can't make the play, set it and bait them out hopefully. And also one for one. This is for a Gull or Red Eye Dice, whatever you want to go for in the deck with your cards. And also one Dark Hole, just for, like I said, board clearing with this. You can also run Regeki if you want, but Dark Hole sometimes comes in handy with the destruction of some of your Gustos as well. One Emergency Teleport. You can use this with Pilika, so you'll get her special summon effect. It's really, really good because then you'll have your Synchro or Exceed play to go into, so you don't have to worry about her being banished. One Upstart Goblin, just for searching through the deck a little more after you go through a lot of cards, grabbing what you need for plays. And one Soul Charge for grabbing everything that's in the graveyard setup also as well. And that is it for spells. We will move on to traps. I run 2 Blessing for Gustos. I actually tested out these traps, and I like them a lot now in the deck. They are just so helpful with a lot of the plays. You target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard, plus a 3rd Gusto monster. Shuffle both of the first 2 targets into your deck, and then special summon the 3rd. I'm always in those short, situations where I'm just 1 monster short for a play, and this card really helps with that. Plus just getting a monster on the field if I need it. I can set it. If my opponent pops it with a card, I can chain an activation, shuffle back, and get that monster that they then have to worry about on the field. Plus 1 Whirlwind Gusto. It's if you control no monsters, you target 2 Gusto monsters in your graveyard, shuffle both targets in the deck, then special summon 1 Gusto monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck. So it's another optional special summon that you need, but this one's from the deck, which is really cool because with the board clearing that can occur, sometimes they'll hit over monsters like Armades or something that would, prevent the special summon. It could be Utopia the Lightning even, and this card will just come in handy for that special summon because I'll have the monster in the graveyard possibly, and hopefully something else to shuffle back as well, and then I can grab what I need from the deck for maybe a play next turn. And also 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, one Solemn Warning, and one Solemn Strike to finish off the main deck. Like I said, I'm really happy with how it all came together. It all just runs so well with the Kaiju engine, the Speedroid engine, and the Gusto for full power potential in the deck. Now moving on to the extra deck, I run 2 Daigusto Freeze. This is your number 1 synchro to go into. When it is synchro summon, you can target 1 Gusto card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, and your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving face-up Gusto monsters you control, and this card cannot be destroyed by battles. You can even swing with her into the Kaiju monster or any big monster your opponent has, and they will take the damage you would have taken. Grab you back a Gusto monster or card as well. You can grab the trap if need be to use later on, or a monster to summon. If you summon this out with the E-emergency called Pilica, get the special summon, and you still haven't wasted your normal summon to grab that monster and summon. It's a real OTK potential with this card. And also 1 Daigusto Egals, 1 Daigusto Falcos, and 1 Daigusto Guldos. Guldos has the face-up monster popping power. Falcos, if you want to take this out for old entity Haster, you can do that. It has some better options, but this is power play also, plus it's a Gusto monster potential as well. And this one targets face down cards your opponent controls by shuffling Gusto monsters back. So you have pop power and attack boosting power with these 3 cards in the deck. And for level 3 synchros that you could potentially get with Egal and Winda, 1 Mistbird Clausulus, just like I said, wind option to go into for synchro play. 1 Clearwing, this is for the Speedroid monsters with the red-eyed dice targets. And 1 Mistworm, it's that level 9 win possibility that you could get with the deck, so really good there. For the Miracle Synchro Fusion play, Ultimate Axon Kicker. Now remember with this card, it is very powerful, but it is a light monster, so you have to watch your limitations when you do your win plays, because you won't be able to get this out if you are already limited with some of your other cards, like Pilica or the Speedroids. And for the Exceed cards, 1 Leviaire, the Sea Dragon, 1 Totem Bird, and 1 Daigusto Phoenix. For the Exceed monsters, they're all win, all very easy to make and make use of in the deck. And for the Link monsters, for the Gofu, 1 Decode Talker, 1 Proxy Dragon, and 1 Link Spider for that engine. Like I said, I'm really excited for when we get the Mrs. Radiant Wind monster. I think it's the Beetle, I can't remember the exact name, but it will be a great potential for the deck. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.